Applied Arts is proud to bring you Truckin Buddy 2, version 2. Truckin Buddy 2 v2 is a powerful management and analysis program for trucking companies. It tracks loads, calculates driver gross wages, invoices customers, analyzes your company's profitability, controls your cash flow, and many other valuable features. The main part of Truckin Buddy starts at the load history screen. When the program is started, the load history screen appears by default. From here, all other areas of the program are accessible with a click of the mouse. The program basics of Truckin Buddy consist of navigation around the program. Clicking on the shipper name for any load will bring you to the detail information for that load. The buttons at the top of the columns in the load history screen will allow you to sort the information for that load. At the bottom of the window are buttons for controlling the various features of the program. All of the main areas of Truckin Buddy are accessible from either of these buttons at the bottom of the screen. Truckin Buddy has many valuable features. A sophisticated search engine allows you to find any piece of information, whether it be related to loads or to money transactions. A quick statistics screen allows you to see an instant snapshot of where your company is at any particular time. A number of valuable reports are available at a simple click of the mouse from the reports screen. Any other part of the program is accessible by clicking on a single button to get you to either drivers, trucks, shippers, or your money transactions. Driver setup is fairly straightforward. To add a new driver, you click on the New button at the bottom of the screen. To look at existing drivers and to edit their information, you just click on the driver's name in the list, which brings up a detail screen. You can pay the driver gross wages by clicking on the Pay Wages button, which allows you to generate gross calculated wages for drivers, leased operators, or owner-operators that you hire on to work for your company. The driver detail has a simple tab card appearance that is used throughout the program. You can move backwards and forwards in the list of drivers by clicking on the arrow buttons on the left side of the screen. Clicking on the Wages tab brings up information about driver wages. Shippers are set up in a similar way to drivers. You have a list of shippers that you can sort. You can see the detail for any individual shipper by clicking on that shipper's name, and you can always add a new shipper to your list by clicking on the New Shipper button. The shipper detail screen, like the driver screen, is arranged in a tab card format. Clicking on any of the little tabs at the top of the screen will take you to that portion of the shipper information. The fleet version of Truckin Buddy has a capacity for an unlimited number of trucks. This allows you to manage both trucks owned by your company and trucks that are leased to your company, and any owner-operator or other vehicles that are run as part of your operations but do not belong to your company. Entering loads is very straightforward. You simply click on the New Load button and then move on to the Load Detail screen. Entering a shipper for a load is simply a matter of clicking on the shipper name to bring down a list of the shippers you have in the system. You may also enter shippers that you do not have entered into the system by simply using the keyboard to back out of the menu and manually typing in a shipper's name. The truck number and the driver name are also entered through simple pull-down menus. After a load is delivered, billing it is a straightforward process. You mark the load as delivered. You then click on the Revenue tab to go to the revenue information for that load. If all revenue information is correct for that load, you may then bill the load. Click on the Billing Payments button to bill a load. Invoicing and receiving payments is also straightforward. To print a bill or bill loads, click on the Bill Loads button. To print a statement for loads that you have previously billed but which have not been paid yet, click on the Print Statement button. If you have received a payment for one or more loads, click on the Apply Payment button after you have entered the check information at the lower left of the screen and the amount of money in that check that applies to each load that remains outstanding. Cash transactions in Truckin Buddy are all shown together in a Bankbook format. Cash transactions include trip expenses, operating expenses for trucks, and revenue payments on loads. You can view individual detail for each cash transaction by clicking on the arrow button at the left side of the transaction. New in Truckin Buddy 2 version 2 is the ability to print checks from the Bankbook, the ability to look at transactions by account, and the ability to reconcile accounts just as you would on a bank checkbook program. The wage report in Truckin Buddy is designed to make your wage calculation process easier. It allows you to calculate gross wages for driver employees based on a complex set of wage rules, and it also allows you to apply individual wage rules to owner-operators who may be working for your company. Wages may be based on any combination of complex tariffs. You may pay drivers by the mile, by empty miles, by loaded miles, by computer miles, by load, by percent of bill revenue, by percent of by weight, or just a flat amount for each load. Truckin Buddy provides a wide variety of useful reports and analysis. The traffic lane report will tell you what traffic you have been hauling and what the primary origin and destination points of that traffic have been. The revenue sources report will allow you to see what generates your revenue, whether it is all from haulage or whether it is from handling your loads or other services not related directly to haulage. A trip history is an audit. It shows all of your loads in an audit format. The truck report shows you a report on each truck. It allows you to compare the operations of one truck to another, including the expenses of one truck compared to the expenses of another truck, and the revenue generation of one truck compared to the revenue generation of another truck. This is very useful if you are in a situation where individual trucks have some individual authority, such as a situation where you have owner-operators working for your firm and they maintain some independent decision-making. The cash flow report is very useful at tax time and is a report that you would generally give to an accountant or someone performing your tax preparation. It allows you to see in either a summary or a detail format what your expenses have been by category for any period of time that you desire. If you like the format and look of Truckin Buddy, you will also like Fuel Tax Buddy. Fuel Tax Buddy is a fuel tax reporting program. It allows you to easily keep track of your mileage and fuel operations for one or more vehicles and to report that information in an easy-to-read format to make tax reporting time easier. Fuel and mileage information may be recorded either as part of a trip record or individually with no trip information at all. Entering information within a trip is very straightforward. The reports generated by Fuel Tax Buddy provide all necessary functions for reporting quarterly fuel tax, for monitoring the fuel use of your fleet, for preparing for the next quarter's fuel tax by increasing or reducing the fuel purchases of individual vehicles in your fleet, and also provide information in the event of an audit. Truckin Buddy and Fuel Tax Buddy are available each in either an owner-operator version for a single truck, in a fleet version for people running fleets of 2 or more trucks, or in a network version which allows unlimited installation on an unlimited number of computers in one office, all sharing the same data file on a network server.